Hi, Verbling. My name's Michaela. I'm from Phoenix, Arizona. And in this class, we will be finishing our list of ways to practice. And we're focusing on cheap and fast ways for people who are really busy or don't have a lot of money, ways we can practice. Harry, glad to see you back.
Yeah, we have to finish the list.
I'm glad you're here to do that with us. And Jose, welcome to class.
Thank you.
Jose, did you watch the beginning of our list?
Yes.
Excellent. And can you tell us a little bit about how you like to study?
Excuse me. Do you repeat, please?
Sure. How do you like to use or study English
Uh,
outside of class?
so.
So you don't use English much outside of class?
No.
All right. Hopefully, today we'll change that. We'll give you some ways to study outside of class. Raul, welcome to class.
Hey, hello, thank you. How are you?
Good. How are you, Raul?
Actually, I'm great.
And tell us, how do you study outside of class?
When outside, do you mean going to library or something?
Could be any way to study that does not involve actual studying. So not like reading a grammar book or attending a class in Verbling, but other ways you can incorporate in your everyday life.
Well, I used to go out with some other people, like friends or something, and if we are studying like English, well, we can talk in English in a place like Starbucks or something,
Mm-hmm.
and uh, other thing is to share um, knowledge with other people in a park, for example, something like that.
Yeah. So talking with friends in English is an excellent way.
Yes,
Good study habits.
thanks.
All right. And Catherine? Am I not saying that right? Christina. Okay, I'm so sorry. I know that every time I do this, and I was like, okay, I know it's a common name, but I just don't know the letters. Okay, I'm really going to try hard to remember that next time. Christina, will you tell us how you study English outside of Verbling class?
I do many things actually.
You don't?
Yes, I do.
Ah,
I do many things. First of all, I learn words. I have a special notebook where I write down a new words, and after that I learn them. And I have online dictionary, my own dictionary, where I can add some new words, and after that I train them through different exercises. It's very useful. Um,
excellent.
Besides, I listen to some audiobooks, postcards. Um, I like websites like BBC Learn English, uh, British Council, and
Wow.
from time to time I watch films in English with the English subtitles. Honestly, and, and I chat with foreigners. I have pen pals from different countries. It's very
Very cool. Excellent ways to practice.
yeah, and some
Definitely.
review grammar.
And what?
Review grammar sometimes.
Review grammar. Yeah, that's important too, although not always fun.
For me, it's fun. I like English grammar.
Excellent. Excellent. Good for you, because not everybody does.
I know.
Okay. Pablo, welcome back.
Hello, teacher.
Hey, Pablo. Good to see you back again. And
Okay.
can you share with us any ways you study English outside of class?
Um, well, I was talk you that I use YouTube
Uh-huh. Me
with
too.
lyrics videos
Awesome. Music
and
videos and lyrics.
on a website that is called uh, Ava English. Ava English.
Very nice. So you're an online man. You do a lot of stuff online to help you with your English.
Yes.
Great. And Harry, since you were in our last class also, will you tell anybody in this class who was not here for our last class what were your top 3 favorite study tips that we talked about last class?
Okay, first make a shopping list in English, write a
Great.
diary,
Mm-hmm.
a private diary, or
Mm-hmm.
maybe also a private diary. You can write a diary about your job, so you have to use more vocabulary.
Yeah, that would
Yeah.
be great. Work
How yeah,
vocabulary.
how your day was, how yeah, I will do it. I will try it. And the
Excellent.
third one, um, listen to music and read the lyrics to it.
Awesome. All 3 are great study ways. Thank you very much, Harry.
Thank you.
And Elcio, welcome to class.
Hello, Michaela.
How are you, Elcio?
Eu vou bem, obrigado.
All right. It's good to hear
uh,
and good to have you with us.
I'm
How
fine.
how do you study outside of Verbling class?
I like to study by Duolingo. I I have some sites for studying, like let me see, news in levels. I think is better. I like to watch movies in English,
Excellent idea.
and I like to read and write and try my listening. It's the first. I studied English about 2 years. I think, and I studied listening for 1 year, whole year.
Awesome. Those are some great study tips.
Yes.
Thank you very much, Elcio.
Thank you, Michaela.
And David, welcome to class.
Hello, Michaela. Good to see
Hi,
you.
David. Good to see you too. So,
Yeah.
right now, we're talking about ways to study outside of class, and we're trying to focus on things that are cheap and they don't take much time. So, these are really practical things that everyone can do. Do you have any tips for us on ways to study English?
Yeah, yeah. You can, for example, you can listen in some English music, rock and roll, pop, you know,
Mm-hmm.
and also TV, uh, TV programs, TV shows, movies in
Mm-hmm.
the TV. It's cheap because it's almost free and it's very easy. You
Yeah,
have, yeah, yeah.
excellent. Those are some good ways. One I heard last class that I had never heard before, but I really like this suggestion, is calling a toll-free number. So there are lots of companies that sell products. They might sell I don't know, jewelry or whatever else, you just call to ask for information on the product. So you get a short conversation in English, and as long as you have a phone that works, or Skype, you can use Skype too, then you can have a short conversation in English that's totally free. I think that's an excellent idea.
Yeah, very
Really
cool.
awesome.
Great.
Okay. So we're going to get started. I put the notes in the chat box, and we covered the first half of this list in the last class. I'm also going to screen share for anybody who needs it. So we're going to cover the second half of this list now, more study tips and different ways that you can study or use English. Number 13 is a short one. Label things in your house. So this would be things like couch, desk, wall, roof. Words that you might not use all the time, but they'd be practical words to know and remember. You can just stick a little piece of tape with the word on the item, and then every time you pass the mirror, you'll remember what it's called, or every time you pass your spoons or forks or knives, you'll remember the word in English. All right, so I'm going to have you guys read some of them too. David, will you read number 14 for us?
Yeah, sure. 14. Learn a favorite English speech, or song, or poem, or movie by heart.
Awesome. So this is a short song that I have here, and I'm going to ask everyone to read one of the stanzas. A stanza is this short paragraph in a song. And I think you guys will recognize this song. This song is, I think it's called Clementine. And it's like, oh my darling, oh my darling, oh my darling Clementine. Do you guys know that song?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm not a talented singer, and probably none of you guys are either, but that's okay. Do you guys have the guts to sing it with me, or would you prefer to read it?
Prefer to read.
Everybody? Okay, wait. Let's hear from everyone. Christina, do you prefer to sing or read?
Read.
Raul, sing or read?
Read.
Pablo, sing or read?
Read.
Jose?
Read.
Elcio?
I don't know, Michaela. Perhaps think can be more excited.
See, I think so too. Definitely. Harry, sing or read?
Sing.
All right, and David?
Read.
Oh man. So I think we're definitely outnumbered. I think people want to read it. But that's no fun. I think that it's fun to sing it. But that's okay. That's okay. We'll read it for today, and you guys sing it for me once after class while you're by yourself or whatever. Sing this song for me once, because it's one of my favorites. It's a really sweet song. So the first stanza, David, will you read it?
Sorry, for a moment. In a current, in a canny, cavating for a mine, fueled a miner 49er and his daughter Clementine.
Thank you. Harry, next one.
Oh my darling. Okay, oh my darling, oh my darling, oh my darling Clementine, you are lost and gone forever. Grateful, sorry, Clementine.
Oh my gosh, excellent. Thank you. That was perfect. I love it. Awesome. And Elsia, will you go next? Go ahead and sing it if you're brave enough.
Oh, this is complicated. It's complicated to read.
Would you prefer to sing stanza number 2, which is a little simpler?
Sing for me, Michaela,
Okay,
for
all right.
example.
I'll sing the third stanza once, and then you sing it once, okay?
Okay.
All right, it'll be like a pact. We'll both embarrass ourselves. All right. Light she was and like a fairy, and her shoes were number 9. Herring boxes without topses, sandals were for Clementine. Your turn.
Yes, let's go. Like she was, like Farley.
And her shoes were number
And
9.
her shoes were the 9. Hairy boxes with top topses, sandal wears for Clementine.
Excellent. Yay!
Oh,
Awesome. See, now, if we can do it, anybody else can do it too. It's fun. And next up is Jose. If you're brave, sing, and if not, you can say it.
I prefer read it, please.
Go ahead. Do however you're
no, no,
comfortable.
no.
No, uh, very, very complete. Read the song.
Do you want me to
Uh,
read it for you first, or are you comfortable?
uh, Excuse me?
Should I read it first once, or are you
Ah,
comfortable?
no, really draw ducklings to the water every morning. Use at 9. Hit her foot again against a splinter. Fell into the foaming brine.
Thank you very much. And the next stanza is for Pablo.
Okay. Chorus. Yes?
Yep.
Okay. We're going to try. I'm going to try to sing. Oh.
Yeah.
Ruby lips above the water, blowing bubbles soft and fine. But alas, I was no swimmer, so I lost my Clementine.
Excellent. Yes. Great job. And
Okay.
Raul, you're next. Sing it if you're
Okay.
brave.
Okay. In a corner of the churchyard with the mitre bats and wine, grabs the roses and the pauses fertilized by Clementine.
Oh, like a professor
Wow.
or singer.
Yeah. Look at that.
Uh,
Very nice.
Thank you.
And then the first stanza, we're back to the first stanza for Christina. Or actually, Christina, you can choose whichever stanza you like the best if you want.
It's all the same to me, but I won't sing. Sorry.
Go ahead.
Any?
If you're brave, sing. And if you're not comfortable, you can just say it.
No. In a cabin in a canyon, a solution to the mind, go to mind for
All right. Thanks, guys. So something like this would be an easy thing for you to memorize and then use to practice pronunciation or improve vocabulary. And this is just one example. There are plenty of other songs or poems or speeches or movies that you can memorize to help yourselves. And thank you for everyone. Everyone was brave to do this. Even if you just spoke it, still there's a lot of complex stuff. So you guys did an excellent job. Okay, number 15. Christina, will you read number 15 for us?
First, does say the favorite native language, so movie, poem, speech,
Thank you. So the last one was to memorize something in English, and this one is to try to translate stuff. So if there's something you know really well in your native language, try to translate it into English. Has anybody done this kind of translation work before? A little bit of translating from your native language to English?
I try to translate poems from English into Russian.
Oh, wow. That sounds difficult.
I think
And why were you doing that? For fun?
yes, for fun. It was interesting for me to try.
Yeah, it's a great way to learn a little more. What poems were you translating?
Oh, I can't remember now. It was some time.
Ah. Yeah, that's excellent. Has anybody else done something like this, translating from your native language to English or English to your native language?
Yes, I did. Um, Sometimes I used to translate songs from my native language to English, for example. Actually, some songs that I wrote from my myself, and I like to translate them to English.
Awesome. And when you're translating, how do you do it? Do you use a dictionary? Do you use Google Translate? Do you rely on
Yeah,
your brain only?
yeah. Actually, both. I use a dictionary, from a book, physical book, and I
Mm-hmm.
also used to enter to Google and translate phrases because it's more easier translate phrases. At the
Mm-hmm.
dictionary, just some words that is hard to know what does it mean.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, both things I use to translate my songs.
Awesome. So translating can be pretty difficult sometimes. And I will admit that I love Google Translate because it's really effective sometimes. But you have to be pretty careful too because there are times when it's a machine, it's a computer, and it doesn't really understand what you're trying to say and it translates things wrong. So sometimes it's wonderful and other times it really causes problems. Uh, David, what do you think about translating? Do you use Google Translate or do you like something else? David, are you there? All right, David's muted. Raul, how about you? What do you like to use to translate? Do you like Google or a different site or a dictionary?
Actually, that was me
Oh,
saying
sorry.
about the Google Google Translator. And yeah, I think it's awesome Google Translator.
Yeah, me too. Pablo, what do you think? What do you prefer to translate?
Um, well, right now I am using Google Translate, and I use a website that is calls it calls Word Reference.
Oh, that's a
Yeah,
great one too. Word reference.
Word
Yeah,
Reference. Yeah, but
awesome.
that is for fastest translate. But
Mm-hmm.
you can you can uh, uh, how do you say, you can trust in this website, no?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so sometimes you need to double check. Like if you use a website, maybe use two websites. That way you can try and translate something, and then if you're not sure if it's correct, you can check it on another translator. Or another thing you can do to check yourself is to translate it, say from English to your native language, and then you can copy paste whatever it gave you as the results and put it in the enter box again and switch it. I, that might be really a difficult thing to for me to explain. I'm not explaining it very well. But like if you don't know the word book in Italian or something, you put the word book in and it gives you libro, right? So then if you copy paste that and put it here, you can translate it again and it translates back to book. Because sometimes if it's not giving you a correct translation, if you put it in here, it'll show you that it's wrong. So you can check it in that way. All right, let's keep going. And Elcio, will you read number 16 for us?
Number 16. Keep a dictionary around you while you watch a movie, show, or don't.
Do you keep a dictionary with you?
In my job and in my house for 30 years ago. I
30
have a
years
dictionary.
ago.
Yes.
Wow.
But nowadays I have a Google Translator,
Yeah,
a
it's easier.
smartphone translator.
Mm-hmm. And
But
do you ever use it when you're watching TV?
no, I when I watch it, I need to use my brain to translate. It's a part of the learning.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So some people are comfortable, and sometimes it's annoying to have to look up every word, you know?
Yes, some words is very difficult because on Verbling I saw many words that I don't have in my books, in my life, in American English, for example.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so sometimes we gotta translate stuff.
Yes.
Harry, what about you? Do you ever translate when you're listening to a song or a movie? Do you ever translate some of the words?
Uh, yes, when I use subtitle with it. Without subtitle, I don't do it. I want to listen how it sounds,
Mm-hmm.
and maybe the second time when I watch the movie, I turn the subtitle on, and so I can follow the subtitle and the text, and I see the word, and I look it up, but not uh, while I'm watching the movie. I make a notice on a paper, and
Mm-hmm.
after I watch it, I look it up in my dictionary, and there are
Yeah.
many ways how we can do it.
Yeah. So not in order not to distract yourself, sometimes you can just make a note to do it for later.
Exactly a note, yes.
Awesome. All right. Number 17. Pablo, read it for us.
Okay. 17. Learn the phonetic script with English vocabulary.
Thank you. So we have a little chart here, and it's most of the sounds of English. Of course, you could get more detailed with this, but these are all of the main sounds, the vowels and the consonants. And Jose, will you read these words for us?
Uh, all, all,
Yeah,
um,
the words in each box.
okay. Read,
Yep.
sip,
Oh, thanks.
book, to, hear, they, man, America, word, so, sort, to, by, excuse me, boy, um, go, cat, bat, part, not, where, my, how, uh, pick, bed, time, do, sure, church, um, you, I don't
Judge.
know, excuse me,
Judge.
judge, Kilo, go, five, berry, think, the, six, so, short, casual, milk, no, sing, hello, live, read, window, yes.
Thank you very much. That was a lot. So, why does it help to know these symbols? Does anyone know why we would use these symbols for those sounds?
Sure. Um,
Hmm?
Yes, we can now pronounce the maybe when I use the dictionary, there is this phonemic we call it phonemic
Uh-huh.
language behind the word, and when I know this like the alphabet, this is like the alphabet. When I know how I have to speak the symbols, I have to know because they use the symbols behind the word like it's spoken. I have
Exactly.
so I can speak it without knowing how the symbols I have to speak. I have nothing to do with it. It's a good tip to use this.
Yeah, definitely. So, in dictionaries, they always have a word spelled out using these symbols to help you understand how to pronounce it. For instance, we have this th and this th that are pronounced differently. And so in the dictionary, it will show you that it's either the th sound or th, and they're different. So it'll show you which one to use in that particular word. All right. Number 18. Um, Raul, read number 18 for us.
Okay, 18, record your voice.
Have you ever done that, Raul?
Yes, I have recorded my voice singing. And
Awesome.
yes, but
And does
also,
that help you look at your pronunciation and that kind of thing?
yeah, actually, I remember that I was recording my voice when I got one job when I had to speak in English, and it was like I have to speak with other people in meetings and something like that. But I thought that my pronunciation was very awful, so I started recording my voice, and actually I realized that my English was awful, and it's still awful, but that helped me a lot because I discover especially which words are most awful or most difficult for me, so I put attention to that words or phrases, and well, I think it is was a tip or something like we could do to get better and sometimes in speaking in English.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Has anybody else tried recording themselves?
Yes, I tried it also, but right now I'm thinking about it. I noticed myself that I know how to speak the word, and in my mind, the word sounds very clear, but when I have to pronounce it loud, I make mistakes. I make mistakes sometimes, but in my mind, it's very clear said. It's amazing how it works. In my mind, it works, and when I'm speaking, I get mistakes. Yeah,
Definitely. Yeah. Even when I hear myself, like, say I leave a message on someone's voicemail, when I hear myself later, I think, oh, I sound so stupid. Why do I sound like that? And it's just a new way to hear yourself. Because when you're speaking, it sounds really different than other people hear you. So having that reflection is really helpful. Does anyone else have an experience they'd like to share with recording themselves? Okay. And you can, of course, find software to do this for you, or just use computer programs, or A easy way to do it would be to leave a message, a voicemail for yourself. You can do this on Skype or on your cell phone. You can leave a message for yourself and listen to how you sound. Those are easy ways to do it. All right, number 19. Christina, will you read number 19 for us?
Take a look at your favorite movie. Repeat it after you say it correctly.
Thank you very much. So we have some lines here, famous lines from different movies. And let's see, the first one, David, will you read it?
Yeah. Um, the Good Father. I'm going to make him an offer he can refuse.
Excellent. So that's a famous line. And next one, Harry.
The Wizard of Oz. Okay. The Wizard of Oz. To do, I've got a feeling we're not in Kansas anymore.
Have you seen The Wizard of Oz, Harry?
No?
I had a feeling you hadn't because this is Toto. It's a good movie, though. You should check it out.
Okay, I will do it.
Alcia, will you read the next one?
And Casablanca. Harry's looking at you, kids.
Have you seen Casablanca? It's an old one.
Yes.
It's a classic.
Yes.
Awesome. The next one's a little more modern. Jose, will you read the next one?
Star Wars. May the Force be with you.
Thank you very much. And Pablo.
The Wizard of Oz. There is no place like home.
So you can speak these lines while you're watching the movie, or maybe save them to practice later, to find some good quotes that you really enjoy, and then practice saying them the way you hear them in the movie. Does anybody have a favorite movie that they think would be good for this? How about Raul? Do you have any favorite movies that you would consider taking some quotes from?
Well, actually, it's not a movie. It's a TV show. It's called The Big Bang Theory. Maybe someone have seen that TV show.
Yeah,
But
that's a really popular one.
yeah, that's great. And what I think is a great thing is the dialogues are sometimes very hard because they are speaking about formulas and science, you know. And sometimes I try to understand what they are saying, and it's difficult. But definitely is a good way to learn because I had to use a dictionary or the Google Translator to know what the words mean, right? And I think that's a great show. I can get some fun, and at the same time, I can learn English.
Definitely. Awesome. And Christina, will you read number 20 for us?
I made a friend in English.
Have you ever done this one, Christina?
Yes, of course. I do it very often, almost every day.
Awesome. So was your friend a speaker of English, like a native speaker, or did they learn English as a second language?
I have pencils from England and America, so then I have friends from other countries.
Awesome. Very, very cool. Does anyone else email their friends in English sometimes? Before, a little earlier, we talked about having conversations in English, which is great. But if you get time, sometime this is easy too. Spend 5 minutes and just write an email in English to someone who is also practicing. All right. Number 21, David, read it for us.
Okay. 21, yeah. 21. Find out.
No,
There are,
yeah, sorry, 21.
okay. Find out if there are any English-speaking immigrants near you. A hangout or pub for British, South African, Australian, etc.
All right. So usually there's some kind of hub where you might be able to find native speakers. This won't be the case in every city, probably just large cities, but there's a lot of expats, which are people who live outside of their country of origin, and you might be able to find a native speaker near you. Also, this is kind of a side note, but what do you guys think of the word American? I've heard some people complain that American is sort of a bad term because American usually refers to a person from the United States, even though the South America should still technically be American. And I'm going to get some opinions here. David, what do you think of the word American? Do you think it's an ignorant term that should be changed?
American. Okay, yeah, American is more used for just people from states.
Mm-hmm.
But for me, it's not really important that I live in Colombia and say that I am American. It's not like a big deal. Maybe for people that live in states, it's important or is maybe give you a little more ego or categorize and status, like being like an American. But I don't know if in the States people feel good good about that word.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mm,
Mm-hmm. All right, so not that important to you.
no, not so much.
Harry, what do you think? Is it an ignorant term? Should we change it?
No,
You don't think it matters?
it's okay for me. American, when I speak about Americans, I know everyone is knowing what I mean when I use American.
Mm-hmm. All right. Elcio, what do you think about the word American?
No, it's normal for me. I don't have a problem.
All right, so when you say American, you think of a person from the United States.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Jose, what do you think about the term American? Should it be changed?
Um, Excuse me, I don't understand all conversation, but I understand is uh, relations or accent or is American or Austrian is really or I is
I'll put the question in the chat box. So, is the word American confusing or ignorant? Because there is North, South, and Central America.
Teacher,
Yeah?
teacher, what is the meaning of Stationian?
So I came up, or me and some friends came up with a new word because I occasionally have people who complain to me that it's not fair that Americans are called American because there's North America, there's South America, there's Central America. And so people think it's an ignorant term. When you say American, it should refer to a Brazilian and a Mexican and a Canadian and someone from Uruguay and Bolivia, that American should refer to all of those nationalities because These are all the Americas: South America, North America, and Central America. So Statesonian would be a replacement term coming from the United States.
Okay, okay.
Statesonian.
Stay tuned.
Okay, teacher. I understand. For me, no problem with word American. For me, is all people is American.
All right. No problem then. Good to know. Pablo, what do you think about American versus Statesonian?
Well, I think these are wrong terms. Uh, because all
Which,
what
American or Statesonian?
no Americans. I
And
think
tell
that
us what you think should be done.
well, I think that uh, uh, a perfect word will be would be Stationians, like
Uh-huh.
from us is Colombians, and for Peru is Peruvian, and like that.
Mhm. Mhm. Yeah, so some people feel that way. Some people feel that it's ignorant to call Americans only North Americans. I can see your point. Raul, what do you think on this topic?
If you use the word Statonia for to refer people from USA, I think that's great because, like other people say, American is for refers to every person that is living in the continent, American
Mhm.
continent. So even this is not a big deal because it's not a big problem calling American to people from USA. The correct use of this word is using one word to refer people from USA and one word to refer people from the entire continent, like American.
Mhm. Mhm.
So
Yeah,
I think this is great.
I see your point. I agree. I think it can be difficult, and I think that if we could change the word, that it would be ideal to make things a little less confusing.
Yes.
Christina, what do you think?
Mm, haven't thought about it actually before. But for me, it's everything.
Huh?
I said I haven't thought about it before.
Ah, I see. Never thought about it. I think many people don't think about it, but for me, it's come up several times because every time I introduce myself, I say, "My name is Michaela and I'm American," or people will say, "Are you from Canada?" And I say, "Oh no, I'm American." But it's sometimes people will bring up to me that it's not really fair that American means people from the United States. And I totally understand. And I think that it's true that, South American is also American. And so we came up with the term Statesonian, which kind of makes sense. I don't know if everyone will understand it, but it's one way to avoid the confusion of using American to refer to my nationality. All right, so that was kind of a sideways movement from our topic today. Number two, let's see. How about Elcio? Will you read it for us?
How number, Michaela?
Number 22.
Okay. Such a small deal goal, it's easier and more beneficial to learn two vocabulary words every day than to learn 60 words on a month. If you make English part of your daily routine, you will be fluent in no time.
Do you ever set a daily goal, Elcio?
Yes.
Like what?
Like what? 1,000 hour study English.
Wow.
Yes, I study 4 or 6 hours a day to reach
Wow.
1,000 hours.
That is a really good goal.
Yes.
All right. So I think I'd like everybody to write a goal in the chat box. Try to think of some kind of small goal that you can accomplish every day. So learn 2 new words, or write 3 sentences, or review 1 verb tense. Some small goal that you can accomplish every day. And write it in the chat box so that we can share and discuss them. And thank you, Elcio, for giving us this score. How tragic. Did you watch the game? I mean, you were here, so
Mm,
probably not.
no, no, no. I hear I hear my daughter talk about.
Ah, I see. I forgot. I thought that I might turn it on and keep it silent, but I totally forgot. So, well, maybe in 2018. And fourth place isn't bad. Still pretty good. All right, guys, write your goal and send it in the chat box. Another goal could be listening to a song, or reading a poem, writing a haiku, like we talked about last class. I don't see any in the chat box yet. David, what's your daily goal of English?
Uh, it's a little goal, yeah, for these days. Yeah,
It's what?
it's a little achievement for these days.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Okay, could be because I don't do this thing. I think is very important. For example, some teachers paste the link to the PDFs, and I always forget. I say to me, review the PDFs, but I always forget. And I think a good goal could be review the PDFs more frequently. No?
That's an excellent goal. Maybe
Yeah.
just once a day you could review a couple of things, maybe 1 page or something. Great
Hmm.
idea.
Hmm. Sure.
And Raul, you looks like you put one there already.
Yes. Um, Sometimes I have a daily goal that is to memorize, for example, verbs in past tense, which is actually difficult because of the pronunciation The ed is
Mhm.
difficult for me, and another are the two-word verbs, which I think is the most difficult because you don't know which are separable and which are not. And I think that's our daily goal is memorize or use them in a phrase or something like that.
Yeah, definitely. That's an excellent goal. And Pablo, I see you put one in the chat box.
Hi.
Learn a new phrase every day?
Yes, I try to learn no words.
Mhm.
I try to learn a phrase. It's easier to me to remember a
Mhm.
phrase. Yes.
Excellent. That's a good daily goal. Harry, do you have a daily goal?
Uh, yeah, a daily goal. I have no special goal in English because it comes when, yeah, I have to, yeah, I don't force myself to learn a sentence or I have to learn two new words. I let it go how it works, and it's interesting how because I noticed it when I read my book, so I learned for myself that it needs time. I have to be patient. I have to only the way the only rule is I have to be patient and let it go.
Mhm.
And then other people help me when I have questions. I can ask them and I learn from them.
Mhm. Excellent. All right. That's a good way to be too. Jose, do you have a daily goal?
Daily goal? I don't understand daily goal.
A small activity every day in English. Like
Mm,
learning two words or attending one class.
okay. No. My time the learning English is very short.
Mhm. That's okay.
Uh,
You could spend 5 minutes every day
no.
singing to yourself.
1 hour. 1 hour every day.
All right, that's a good goal too. Christina, do you have a daily goal?
Yes, of course. Actually, I have a list of what I have to do every day. It's learning words, um, reading at least few pages of book, listening to something, um, writing emails to my pen pals, reviewing a piece of grammar, maybe more. I'm used to do it every day, and I think I cannot live without.
Awesome suggestions. And we have run out of time today, but we have three more that I'm going to read quickly for us. Number 23, make Facebook posts or comments in English. That's another way to just slip in small amounts of English. Number 24, switch your search engine to English. If you feel confident, you might be able to try that one. Or be my friend on Facebook. So if you guys friend me, you're welcome to say English, to say hi, to catch up, to ask a question, or whatever, to get updated on classes, on anything. It's okay. Just send me a message and I will reply. It might take me a day or two, depending on when you send me the message, but I will always reply. So be my friend on Facebook.
Okay.
All right, guys. Any last comments or questions before we finish up today?
Nope. Everything is great.
No.
Was a good
Thank
class.
you for everything, guys. Thanks for coming and participating, and I hope to see you again soon.
Thank
See
you.
you tomorrow,
Thank
Michaela.
you.
See ya!
Thank you.
Okay, thanks. Goodbye.
Goodbye, guys.
Bye.